I'm going to do the weekly reading for June 9th to June 15th. So for some reason, I felt the need to get my zodiac cards, and I just wanted to pull one of these and Libra. So if that means anything to anyone, if that represents you or another person that's significant to you, I just felt I needed to do that. So Nine of Swords, stressing, anxiety, staying up at night, worrying about something. Let's have, I don't know, can you still see that? No. So it could be that you're stressing about a Libra, or you're a Libra and you're stressed and you're staying up at night, you have anxiety, you can't sleep, something's been bothering you. The Sun card, look at that. Maybe this is how the week starts, where you're stressed. Lexi, go get some water. Sorry, I gave her a treat before I started recording and it must have went down the wrong way. All right, so maybe the beginning of the week, you're stressing, you're worried about something, you're staying up at night, but I feel like towards the end of the week, you'll be in a happier place. All right, we have Six of Wands, which is being victorious over a situation. So that means that you're not having to worry as much because whatever the situation is, it is no longer. And Three of Wands is you're in the middle of your journey. Lexi, you're in the middle of your journey. You're not quite there. You're looking out on the horizon to where you'd like to be, but you're not there yet. So maybe that's what that's saying, is that you're not here yet, but you're working your way towards there, to happiness. So maybe there's something that's been bothering you this week. Maybe it has to do with a Libra. Maybe you're having disagreements in your relationship. Queen of Swords, that could represent you. The Queen of Swords is someone who has overcome some difficult times, who's been through a lot, who's seen a lot. But she has all these butterflies around her, and she has come through that difficult situation. All right? And that could represent you, that you've been through a lot of hard things, you've been through a lot of difficult things, possibly in your life, possibly this year, possibly this week, this month, whatever it is, but you're going to triumph over this situation. You're going to be victorious over this situation. You're in the middle of your journey. So, let's see, Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is a new job opportunity. So maybe you've been stressing about a job that you've been wanting. Maybe you applied for a job. Maybe you're looking for a new job. And this opportunity comes in this week and you hear some news about it. And you are relieved. Or maybe you're looking for a job and a job opportunity comes in this week. It's been difficult for you to find new work, or you've been really wanting a particular job. And it's going to come through for you. Nine of Pentacles, enjoying the rewards of your hard work. All right? So, like I said, maybe you've been putting your resume out there a lot. Maybe you've been applying to a lot of different jobs. Maybe you have, you've been putting so much work into this and it's been keeping you up, and you've been really putting yourself out there, and by the end of the week you're really going to be victorious and you're going to be able to let go of those sleepless nights, and the sun's going to shine. All right, that one literally went flying. Let's see. The Death card, transition, transformation, major change. Major change from sleepless nights to feeling a lot happier. The Death card is also the Scorpio card. Major change, transition, an ending of old ways, an ending of old ways of sleepless nights, and overcoming those hard times. Princess of Swords. All right, the Princess of Swords, I feel like she's saying she's got her sword up in the air and she's ready to move forward. And she's ready to go after what she wants and take charge of the situation. I feel like she's just saying, let's move forward. Let's move away from this stress. Let's see. Right. Let's move forward. Let's go from the princess to the queen, to where the queen is victorious over this situation. Another major card, the Hangman, taking time out to look at things differently. Maybe you have to look at the situation differently. taking time out, looking at things from a different perspective, letting go of something. Surrender, understanding, letting go of those sleepless nights, letting go of all that worry and that stress. Worrying and stressing about something does not fix the situation. If anything, it only makes the situation harder to deal with, which I know that's hard to, just turn off that worry and that stress button. And that's not so easy. Trust me, I know. I'm the queen of stress and anxiety and worry. But for me, my way of turning that off is to find something else to do. Is to not sit at home and think about things and let that wheel start spinning of negativity. Like yesterday, something happened that really upset me, so before I would have stayed home and I would have just been miserable all day. But instead, I went out and I hung out with my horse for quite a few hours. I went to the barn and, hung out with some people, hung out with my horse, and that really helped me get through my day. And that was a good thing. And I changed the way, because like I said before, I would have just been a hermit and I would have just stayed in my apartment and just thought about that and let it upset me. But instead I went out and I did something. And maybe that's what you need to do, is go out and go do something and not think about that. Not let that worry you and stress you, because that's how you're feeling, but you're being handed a cup, okay? You have, this cup is being handed to you. This opportunity is being handed to you, okay? It will come when it's ready to, all right? Your journey will move forward when it's ready to. And maybe you just need to look at things differently, just like I did yesterday. I looked at things differently and I went out and I did something instead of, my usual staying in the house being a hermit. And that is a transition. That is a transition from, moving from doing things the old way where it really wasn't working to doing things the new way, a new way of thinking. The Princess of Swords is someone who thinks outside of the box, someone who does things differently to achieve her goals, to have success, and to be able to have those rewards. My reward for yesterday was that I wasn't sitting in the house being depressed all day. My reward was I got to go hang out with my horse, and I had a really nice day. I think maybe my biggest message is that if you're always looking at things a certain way and that's not working for you, all right, I just happened to flip the deck over and this is what I saw. All right, how beautiful is that message? So again, my thought is that if the way that you're doing things isn't working for you, all right, you need to look at things differently. And what I'm trying to do with my readings is to not only help others but to help myself too, is to look at the situations differently so that You can be happier and in a different place. And sometimes you need somebody to point things out to you. Like, oh yeah, that's kind of a different perspective, a different way of looking at things. And like I said yesterday, just my different way of just getting out of the house really helped me to have a good day. All right. And we have the Nine of Cups, which is the wish card. Okay. The Judgment card, which is an awakening, a revival, a renewal. We have the Star card. All right. And the Star card is leaving the past behind and hope, healing, optimism. All right. And then we had the Strength card. Being strong. Being strong and being able to make that change. To change that way of thinking. And no, yes, I did sort my cards out in 4 different piles before I start my reading. And I shuffled the cards, and this is how the cards happened to come out. And I happened to see this one at the bottom of the deck, and then this was poking out from the top of the deck, these and this, and then this. And I felt I needed to take those because I just feel like it was just a message saying to have a renewal, to have a revival, that there is hope, all right? And like I said before, wishes can come true, but I'm not saying like it's, oh, I wish like I said before, buy the winning lottery ticket, you know? Sometimes maybe your wish is just to have a good day, you know? Like that's a good thing to wish for, you know? A wishing that I'm going to look at things from a different perspective and not always think of the negative because that hasn't been working, because I've been staying up at night and it's been stressing me and I haven't been in a good place. That I'm going to have victory and success over this situation, that there's going to be a transition and a transformation of the way that I'm thinking. And even if it's just for one day, you change your thought process and you do something different. And that there is hope and there is a cup being offered. All right, a lot of major cards here. And like I said before, I think that the reason why I want to do this is because I want, like I said, not only for other people, but for me too, is to look at things in a different perspective and to see things from a different point of view, because the way that they were working in the past wasn't really working so well. And yes, I've made some changes, but with anything, it's not going to be overnight. It's not going to be all of a sudden, you know, things are going to change. And how many times have you heard people who've won the lottery that their life, you know, wasn't as great as what they were thinking it was going to be? You have to be happy with yourself. You have to find that inner happiness. You have to find that inner sunshine. All right? And that way you can be happy with however your life is. Or you can have the strength to make those changes to find that happiness in your life. And this also has the infinity sign, which is individual empowerment. It's also everlasting love. Everlasting love, to love yourself and to make those changes that you need to change so that life can be more positive. Doesn't mean that it has to be rainbows and unicorns every single day, but if, like I said, even if it's just a few hours that you stop stressing and you stop thinking about things and you stop riding that negative roller coaster and you look towards the positive, and you can be like the Queen of Swords and be victorious over difficult situations. Let's see. Let's see, maybe one of these. So I just feel like these two cards are really standing out, where at the beginning of the week, maybe this is how you feel, but by the end of the week, things are looking bright. Things are looking sunnier. All right, this one flipped over. Mountain, know that you are protected as you face challenges, but remain cautious. So, know that you have an inner strength. All right? Know that it's okay, you know, to be strong and to think outside of the box. All right? I feel like that's what life is about, is learning things. Learning from the negative, learning from the positive, learning from others, learning from situations. If something didn't work out, then make that change so it's better. Major change and transition. There is hope. All right, let's see. I'm going to pick one of the Whispers of Love. The union of hearts, a love connection defies explanation. So maybe this week that special person comes into your life. All right? Maybe that special person comes into your life and changes things for you. Changes your outlook, brings you sunshine. But like I said, you have to do things for yourself too. All right? Maybe that person helps you on your journey. Maybe that person sparks that interest, sparks that desire to change things in your life. Maybe, you know, you were feeling distant from your partner, but the two of you have that spark again this week. You know? Maybe the two of you reconnect. Maybe you see things from a different point of view. Maybe you see things from that person's point of view. The union of hearts, a love connection defies explanation. Definitely, I feel like there's a lot going on. I feel like there's a lot of transition. I feel like this is an important week for some of you this week. Could be a new job. You know, a different job. Maybe your job is to look at things differently. Maybe it's not an actual job. Maybe it's, you know, your job is to look at things differently. To realize that you have a cup being offered to you. Maybe that's your job this week. Success. Victorious over a situation. All right. Individual empowerment and strength. So be strong this week. I feel like for some of you, that there's going to be a transition from sleepless, stressful, anxiety-filled nights to a change and transformation and better times ahead. All right. You're not quite there yet, but you're working your way. All right. I think that's a great message, and I'm definitely going to, heed the message and think of the sunshine and try and be more positive. Just like I was yesterday, getting out. Like I said, if you need to get out and go do something, if you need to just change things up a little bit, and like I said, even if it's just for a few hours that you feel better, that's a start. There is hope. All right, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing week, and I will see you next week.